Okay, today we are playing a game on King's Row. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we'll be playing Anna the entire way through. And nothing else to say, let's start the game. So we're defending first, standing on the high ground. We can't really see that much from back here, to be honest. So we jump down, stand near the doorway at the back, standard procedure. Very hard to die back here, as long as we're, like, paying attention. Because there is always the fear. I forgot to start my pen. Hold on 1 second, so that I can actually draw. Because we can't really see that whole area around the corner too well. So if anybody can, like Reaper can teleport places we can't see him, and then he might come up the doorway behind us. And just in the middle of a fight, there's like a cab in the way here. We're going to be looking over here at our team sometimes. Someone might just slip by if we're not paying attention, and then they come out from the doorway behind us and we die. And that's very upsetting. So we have to pay attention to that. But outside of that, or like someone dropping down behind us, or on top of us rather, pretty much, like, can't die back here unless things start going badly. So Doomfist purple, he's fucking dead now. Suck it, Doomfist. Just used our sleep dart. Sorry, elevator music was playing in my head there for a second. We just used our sleep dart, and it's not too likely to actually amount to anything, because, I mean, Zarya is, like, walking straight into our team right here. So, like, best case scenario, she just gets a little bit inconvenienced because she was running in, then she's sleepy, but then she's awake again. And that's it. Not much is really gonna come out of it, ever. And as a result of using it, now we don't have it if anything bad happens to us. Now, we just saw Doomfist die, so the chances of something bad happening to us currently are very low, but just going for that kind of trank, just like for the sake of it, doesn't really ever amount to anything, and then you don't have the cooldown if you need it in the near future. So things have started getting scary. Here's Reinhardt. This was also a bad use of the dart, because we just chucked it at Reinhardt's shield, hoping he takes it down, basically. Because he's holding it up, he's doing nothing to indicate that he's going to take it down, so we just throw it out in blind faith and nothing actually comes out of it. Now, if he does start going aggressive on us, we're fucked, because we just used our grenade a second ago as well, and it splashed on the bubble. So if he was paying attention, he would have noticed that we were completely vulnerable right there, because we used our grenade, we used our sleep dart. That's it. Those are our methods of defense. And he's like 5 feet in front of us. So he could have gone way aggro on us right there, and we would basically be hoping somebody helps us in that situation. We have none of our own tools left at that point. So, oh god, that was scary. So, Doomfist managed to miss us, and we went for the sleep on him. We missed it. Unfortunate. Such is life. You know, if we hit the sleep, he's dead. And he died anyway, but he's taken us with him. Very unfortunate. The UI is not in the way anymore, thank goodness. So we do have a nice cinematic letterboxing effect on the resolution here, which is very nice also. I'm nitpicking because I worry a great amount about visual quality and things. And I used to worry more about audio quality. But then you know what I decided was easier to do? Just cut the video audio out and tell you if any interesting noises happened. And that simplified things greatly. So we're back now. We've got Nano Boost. We don't have any real combos outside of Bob, so we're pretty much just going to be putting it on kind of like whoever. We can use it just to like save people's lives. There's no like big combos for us to use it on really, outside of Bob. No, Bob is not on our team. I'm a stupid person. I was looking at the wrong team for that one. We're on the blue team. We don't have Bob, so we just don't really have a combo. Unless you want to count like High Noon or Meteor Strike. Meteor Strike is sometimes okay, but you have to really believe in the Doomfist, basically. That one usually takes a little bit more coordination. We are running, like, headlong into this Ashe the whole time we're doing this. Like, she is right there. We're just marching over here to get a line of sight on this guy to heal him. I don't give a fuck about that guy. I give a fuck about the guy, but not enough to risk my own personal safety to try and heal him. This boy, he's in deep, and I have to walk into Ashe and way over here, away from all cover, to get line of sight of him in full view of the enemy team. I ain't doing that. That guy's on his fucking own, frankly. And now we just get into a scuffle with Ashe. And we're just like full tunnel visioned on the Ashe right there. We marched past the entire enemy team to get to the Ashe to begin with. So, very risky. Started just to like get line of sight on Doomfist, and then we're like, fucking Ash is here! Jesus Christ! Get this lady out of here! We chase her into the alleyway, and then before we know it, the whole team's collapsing on us. We gotta be careful what we do. We can't get, like, that bloodthirsty. There's nothing to say we couldn't have shot the Ash from, like, over in the tunnel entrance, and that would be fine. So anyway, now, we're back. We lost that checkpoint. Very sad. Nano the Orisa. Did we really need to nano the Orisa, actually? Hold on. I wasn't looking at that one ahead of time. She dropped to half, but we have our bio grenade at the time, and it's not like she was getting encroached upon that massively. I would have been a bit greedier on that one and saved the nano, just because bio grenade is up as well, and that's usually enough to heal somebody like Orisa through that kind of endeavor, like that kind of situation. It wasn't that dire for her yet. Tranked Bob. McCree just woke Bob up. Thanks, McCree. Very nice of you. Don't wake Daddy. And Amplification Matrix Fire Strike killed 3 people. You know, it happens. We didn't need to be as far forward as we were right there. We are playing Anna. We have the benefit of being able to stand further back because we have a long-range heal. We don't need to be, like, touching our front line to be able to heal them. We can be standing further back. We can, of course, be standing too far back and then risk getting killed by somebody like Doomfist. So there's a balancing act to be played. But you don't usually want to be, like, right up with your front line unless you are, like, serious risk of being dove and flanked and you need, like, bodily protection. So we just nanoed somebody. It was either it was either Diva or Doomfist. Diva ended up getting it. I didn't really want to do it, to be honest with you, just because it didn't feel like... It felt like we'd already started winning the fight fairly handedly by that point. And Nano Boost builds up super fast, so you don't usually have to worry about it too much. That was a really productive use of company resources from Zarya, by the way, right there. Yeah, it was 1v6, Graviton. It'll work. Didn't work, weirdly enough. Anyway, it looked like we were going to win the fight, so I don't really want to use the Nano Boost on that one, because if you're going to win the fight, like, this works both ways. You don't want to use your ultimate if you're, like, going to win a fight, or if you're going to lose a fight, definitely. Because if it's definite one way or the other, you might as well just save it for the next fight, where things could still go either way, because it exists in a hypothetical nether realm where it hasn't happened yet. Mercy finally noticed that we were burning to death right at the last second, and we ended up not burning to death. We used our dart right there. Why did we use our dart right there? Because we think Reinhardt's about to come through the door. The thing is, Mercy's still in the room. He's definitely going to beat Mercy to death before he comes out here. Now we don't have the sleep dart for Bob. Now, previous experience, even if we had it for Bob, no guarantee Bob stays asleep. But we just used it on Reinhardt, even though... we're going for a hard read on him coming out the door right then, but he's, like, gonna beat Mercy to death before he comes out of that room, so we needed, if we were going for the hard read, we needed to delay that by, like, another half second for Mercy to be dead first, because Mercy got hung up on the wall, and he's gonna kill her before he comes out the doorway. So, Doomfist just used, Meteor Strike. He went for Mercy instead of us. He just collided with the wall, still managed to kill Mercy anyway, so... you know, that's cool. Use Nano Boost on Diva right here. We might as well. Things are pretty sketchy right now. This fight could still go either way. And we really don't want to lose this team fight because this is potentially the last team fight of the round. And if things are sketchy and it has the potential to be the last team fight, just do it. If it's definite, like, if you're like, yeah, there's like one guy left, you know, that's not very sketchy anymore. That one was still pretty sketchy. So Hammond's playing Hammond right now. He's being an extremely productive member of society. All of the enemy team are dead, no one is here, and yet he continues spinning for about 3 more minutes, which is really productive. He's getting a lot of value out of that one, you know. He's over there, you know, doing stuff now, thank goodness. Finally figured out he should. Diva goes for a very optimistic lob. It didn't work. Sorry, why did we just use our sleep dart? I think we used it to try and trank Reinhardt so he couldn't block it. Yeah, that was the intention, I'm sure. Didn't get it. Such is life. You know, if you do trank him, he dies, so that's, you know, worth an attempt, in my opinion. And here, we got crushed by the bad man. Now, this is the thing with have we just used our sleep dart. It didn't pay off, now we don't have it. So now when Reinhardt does this, we can't do anything about it. We did go really far up. We're also, like, walking into this situation right now. We went, like, really far up to try and go for that Reinhardt play, like the Reinhardt trank, but to be honest, I would have gone for the exact same thing. If we trank him, he dies, and maybe anybody standing with him dies. It's worth the attempt, in my opinion. But here, we, like, move in to the D.Va Reinhardt when he's pinning her. So, consequently, this doesn't do anything for us, moving into the exchange that he was having. Like, he's gonna pin her. Us moving into them accomplishes nothing. Our dart doesn't heal more if we're closer to them, but it has put us right next to the bad man. And now the bad man goes, oh, sick. I can get Grandma and D.Va at the same time. We should have been backing away from the pin location, not closing in on it. We are a longer range person. We don't want to be right on top of these people. Especially not when we're missing our vital cooldowns like Sleep Dart, when, yeah, we had it right here. We just didn't try to sleep the Reinhardt right there, even though it might have saved us. It was fairly narrow that we died there, so us tranking him might have been good enough. Bastion apparently forgot Doomfist existed right there, and now he's dead as well. It's alright, they still haven't been, like, pushing during that, so it didn't gain them that much ground, and we've got a massive spawn advantage on them right now. A bunch of people are very purple right now, which is very unfortunate. I'm just going back to look at that dart again. This is sort of important to worry about. This dart also wouldn't really accomplish a whole lot if we did it, because Ana is being fired at by the D.Va, so this is, again, one of those things where tranking the Ana right here doesn't really accomplish anything, because she will immediately get woken up again. And, like, frankly, if she's gonna die here with or without the dart. Like, this is not gonna affect how Ana's situation resolves here. But we just use the sleep dart. Doomfist's still right next to us, so if he now notices that the sleep dart went past him, he can hard focus on us, and there won't be much we can do about it. Now, he doesn't know we exist, even though we were touching him for a while, so that's nice, but again, if he notices it, we're dead. Reaper's there now. We didn't manage to trank the Reaper. Things are going to get very unfortunate for us as a result of that, probably. Nope, Reaper is just left. He just abandoned that one immediately. Even, you know, wait, if you're playing Reaper and you just saw Ana Mr. Sleep Dart, fucking kill that Ana, dude. Fucking kill that Ana. He was probably scared of the Bastion back here, but Bastion's so far back, he could have still been shooting us from the staircase. Hey, we got him that time. So the fact there's a Reaper and a Doomfist now is very scary for us. Like, both of those people are going to want to kill us, and both of them can, like, get to us pretty easily, and then once we get to them, if they get on us and we don't sleep them, it's going to be bad for us. It's going to be real bad for us. Unless they just decide to stop chasing us, like Reaper did a second ago, so that was nice of him. He was probably scared of Bastion, but he didn't really need to be based off of where Bastion was at the time. So, that went well. We went way too far up. We went way too far up. Why did we go this far up? We're chasing Farah right now. We shouldn't be chasing Farah right now. What, like, provoked us to do this? We're just, like, really far up, and then we're just like, yeah, I'll fight Farah. And, like, again, we went for the sleep dart right there. What does that sleep dart do? You know, what's the best case scenario on that sleep dart right there? Farah is asleep for 6 seconds. No, it's 5 seconds now, isn't it? I think. Have we reduced it? Or, no, I'm thinking of hack, aren't I? Whatever. Best case scenario, Farah is asleep for several seconds, and then that's it. You know, this isn't gonna ever be make or break situation, but then we don't have our sleep dart for 12 seconds again. And if anything bad starts happening to us, we're fucked. And we were just way too far up. We were way too aggressively far up. We gotta go too far to run away if something bad happens to us, and something bad started happening to us. I went back to see why we used our sleep dart, and then just didn't process why we used it. We went for the Zarya with it again. And again, that sleep dart wasn't going to do anything, really. It was just going to, like, inconvenience her a little bit, because she was getting shot at by Hammond at the time. Now we're getting into a scuffle with Farah. She's killed us. When the Farah is that close to you, you gotta be, like, real confident in your Farah shooting abilities, or she is just going to kill you. It's kind of that way. If Farah gets on the long-range hero, the Farah is probably going to kill the long-range hero. So here, at this point, we're like, we're praying to God, pretty much. So it doesn't, you know, we come out and we use our abilities and we pray to God, it results in something, pretty much. Hammond just got pinned away. You know, we nano boosted him. He got pinned. Life is hard. Oh no, we lost the game apparently because that was it. Why am I being recommended a PewDiePie video? I strongly resent the fact I've been recommended a PewDiePie video. To be honest with you, H-Bomber Guy's still great. Super Eye Patch Wolf's great. Good stuff. Recommend. Mountain Muscles is also good, but mostly for what happened. So. Thing that stood out the most in that game is how we use our sleep dart more than anything else. We didn't get that much value out of the bio grenade as well, though a few of that was down to like Zarya bubbles and like Reaper's Wraith form cleanses and stuff like that. Makes it a little bit harder to get value out of it. But the sleep dart, like, there's a lot of just like throwing the sleep dart out there, hoping it does something pretty much. In situations where it has close to zero chance of ever resulting in anything except for a half-second inconvenience or Pharah missing a few seconds, but they're not fighting at the time anyway, so they can just like totally wait for Pharah to be awake and then push in, and it's all good. And you know, we didn't get punished for it that much, but it's the kind of thing where if somebody notices that you're playing Ana and you've used your sleep dart, like the Reinhardt right at the start, we used our grenade, we used our dart, we've got nothing at that point. Reinhardt should have identified that and then just immediately, like, charge down the hallway at us. And what do? We're in the hallway. We have to run back. We've got no dart. We're pretty much getting pinned unless somebody helps us. And then at that point, team's missing their main healer. Oh, it all starts going downhill from there. And if they've got people that can get on you really quickly, like Doomfist as well, and if the Doomfist's paying attention, you know, it's a little bit outside of the mental faculties of a lot of Doomfist players, but if they're paying attention, and they see that you've used this, you're free. You're completely free at that point. Somebody has to save you. And frankly, even if you have the sleep dart, you're still pretty free to Doomfist, but you're even more free if you don't have sleep dart. So, you know, and you can take this to anybody. If Reaper sees it, he should immediately go on you. If, like, Genji Tracer see it, they should immediately go on you. Especially since Bio Grenade is something you usually use fairly early on because you're trying to, like, throw it onto multiple allies and multiple enemies. So, you usually use that before you use the sleep dart. So, if they're paying attention, they see the sleep dart down, you probably don't have the grenade for self-defense, unless it comes up while they're going on you. So if they see you miss the sleep dart, they should go, like, real fucking hard. And yeah, there's lots of people. Obvious ones, Doomfist, Reaper, Tracer, Genji. But like, if like a Diva sees it, a Winston sees it, a Hammond sees it, you're equally free. It's got a real long cooldown. You want to be really deliberate with how you use it, because if you use it for the sake of it, hoping it accomplishes something, you leave yourself massively vulnerable. And Ana's already pretty vulnerable to people diving on her. You don't need to make it easier for them. The grenade is also helpful for when people are diving on you, but again, you're trying to use that a little bit more proactively during team fights. You don't really save that to be reactive. Sometimes you do, you know, like it's great to be able to like throw it in as reaction to like Graviton and like start trying to heal people, especially if there's a Moira on the team as well. That can just be enough to help heal people through the Grav sometimes, but you're usually being proactive with the grenade. So the dart is like your fallback in most situations. Not to say you can't use the dart aggressively as well. Sometimes you are in a great position where you can sleep someone, and as a result, they will die because they were out in the open, they get like hooked in or something like that, but it's typically a more reactive ability. It's how you save yourself. And it sucks that that's how you save yourself, because it's a small, slow projectile, so when like Genji is trying to kill you, no guarantee it saves you. So it kind of sucks that it's your fallback, but it is your fallback as Ana. I really beat that horse to death, didn't I? The horse is nothing but a mush of liquid on the ground. But that's me. I'm not about making concise and salient points. I like to repeat myself over and over and over again. And that's just it. There's no second part to that. It's all I do. So anyway, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. I have streaming on Twitch, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 p.m. EST till midnight EST. There's links to the channel in the description. And if you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future, and I hope you found the video helpful.